3 things is what I did to change my life. 3 things. Now, for anyone who isn't familiar with these 3 things, these 3 simple things is all you really need to do to achieve any goal that you set your mind to. Step number 1 is make some kind of plan. You know, people say things go according to plan, never go according to plan, and that's true. Things never go exactly according to plan. That's true. There's a better quote I like that says, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. And that's a quote by a boxer. I think Mike Tyson said that quote. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Everyone has a plan, an idea in their head of how that things are going to go. And then something bad happens. And then someone panics, you know what I mean? And then things have to get rerouted and stuff like that. Then you got to move to plan B. Now, step 1 is to make a plan. If you're trying to become a YouTuber, what do YouTubers do? They post a lot of videos consistently over a large number of years. That means you got to post videos almost every day or a couple times a week consistently. If you're trying to become a software engineer, you got to go to some kind of coding boot camp. You got to go to some kind of school for that. You got to gain some time of internship experience. Make a plan, a checklist. You got to make a plan. And you got to spend at least every day working a little bit on that plan, completing that checklist, right? Step 2 is consistency. That's where a lot of people mess up. People don't fail, they always give up, right? I meet comedians, they were working on being a comedian for 10 years straight. Year 1 didn't have results, year 2 didn't have results. Even year 5, they weren't where they wanted to be. They were still broke and they still wanted to be. But they didn't give up. And they practiced on being consistent. And they just holding on to a dream. And they just practiced on being consistent. And eventually they made it, right? Some people have longer timelines than others. That doesn't mean you were unlucky. That means, like everyone, you have to be consistent. And everyone has their own timeline that you're working with, right? So step 1 is make a plan. Step 2 is be consistent. Step 3 is never give up, right? You can go crazy, right? You can drive yourself crazy. When you spend your hardest working on something every day and you don't see a result. Then you got to go back to sleep and wake up the next day. And then you got to try your hardest again, see no results, go back to sleep. You got to wake up again, try your hardest to be successful again, go back to sleep. Then you got to do it again. It's almost like insanity. There's like a quote that says, if you try the same thing every day with no result, it's like almost the definition of insanity. It's almost insanity to do something for such a long time, not seeing any results, and just being confident that one day it's all going to work out. That's what it takes. Never giving up, being consistent, and making a plan.